Welcome back to the news of the week on the Evo India YouTube channel, where we bring you your update of the week's automotive news. Now, there's been a lot of launches over the last week, so we're going to cover all of them. But before we do that, there has been a new SUV that has been teased by Mahindra, and I think that's what we should talk about first. It's an electric Thar. Now, we don't know any of the details. They've just put out a teaser, which we've seen and picked up images on. We know it'll be called the Thar.e, Thar.e, and that it will be unveiled in South Africa on August 15. Mahindra will also showcase a number of other products, including their new global tractor platform and also a pickup truck, which is most likely the Scorpio pickup truck. The Thar electric, it's going to be really cool. It's very different. Nobody ever thought of a Thar electric, but with Mahindra getting so deep into electrification, their future strategy, I guess it makes sense to have an electric Thar. It is a brand shaper after all, the Thar, and to have it with an electric drivetrain will definitely boost interest for electrics. Now let's get to the launches in India. Hyundai announces the Alcazar and Creta Adventure Edition, and they essentially get a few exterior and interior changes for this special edition. You get a number of other elements that have been blacked out, like the front and rear skid plates, the spoiler, the mirrors, the alloy wheels, the fog lamp housings, and even the tailgate garnish. There is more black treatment on the C-pillars for the Creta, and there are adventure badges on the front fenders. For the interiors, you get sage green inserts on the seats, and you get dash cams on both these SUVs. Prices for the Creta start at Rs 15.17 lakhs ex-showroom, and for the Alcazar Adventure Edition, it's 19.03 lakhs ex-showroom. You'll see the full price list on your screen right now. Now, Honda has launched the SP160 at Rs 1.18 lakh rupees ex-showroom. There's two variants, a single disc variant, which starts at Rs 1.18 lakhs, and a dual disc variant, which is a little more expensive at Rs 1.22 lakh ex-showroom. It's got a 162cc engine producing 13.2 bhp and 14.58 Nm of torque, which is essentially the same engine as the Unicorn. But unlike the Unicorn, it gets a 17-inch front wheel. It also gets a digital instrument cluster and a ground clearance of 177 mm. Another motorcycle that has been launched in India is the Diavel V4. Now, prices for the Diavel are expectedly high, Rs 25.91 lakh ex-showroom, but you get a completely new engine for this generation of the Diavel. It's the V4 engine that's shared with the Multistrada V4. 1158cc makes 166 bhp and 126 Nm of torque. This is a slightly different state of tune from the Multi V4. The design, well, it's an iconic shape. The Diavel shape hasn't really changed. It's a power cruiser in the truest sense of the word, but obviously it's been refined for this new generation. The engine is really interesting. It gets cylinder deactivation, where two cylinders can be shut off when they're under low loads, and despite getting a bigger engine, the V4 engine, and a new generation, it still lost 12 kgs. That's the sort of weight saving that Ducati has been able to achieve with the Ducati Diavel V4. It must be an absolute hooligan to ride. Previous generations of the Diavel were also crazy mental. So really looking forward to riding this once we get our hands on it. Now, another car that has been launched in India is the Tata Punch CNG. Cost Rs 7.1 lakh rupees ex-showroom. Gets the same 1.2 litre petrol, but now adapted for CNG engine, 72 bhp and 103 Nm of torque. On the inside, you get a similar equipment level that you get on the standard Punch. So you get the infotainment screen from Harbin, which supports Android Auto and CarPlay. You get 16-inch alloy wheels. You get auto headlamps, rain sensing wipers, TPMS, and you've got the twin cylinder technology, which means no, it doesn't have two extra cylinders in the engine or anything, but it gets two CNG tanks in the boot, which free up boot space, which is a really useful feature when you come to think about it with CNG cars. Prices for the range start at Rs 7.1 lakh rupees ex-showroom and go all the way up to Rs 9.68 lakh rupees ex-showroom. Alongside the Punch iCNG, Tata has also launched twin-cylinder technology for the Tiago and the Tigor iCNG, which essentially, like I said, means that it gets this twin-cylinder technology for its tanks, making the boot usable. Now, we're doing an incredible road trip with an Altroz iCNG as we record this. In fact, when you see this news drop, you can head over to the Evo India social media platforms and check out our road trip that we're doing with the Altroz iCNG. We're driving the G Quad. So the entire major cities of the country are connected by this massive highway called the G Quad, and we're driving that only on CNG. So head over to our Instagram and check that out. Now, coming back to the luxury car segment, Mercedes Benz has launched the GLC in India. Now, this is an all-new generation of the GLC. Prices start at rupees 73.5 lakh rupees ex-showroom. This is for the 300 with the petrol engine. There's a 220D with a diesel engine, which costs rupees 74.5 lakh rupees. Now, the GLC, like I said, it gets two engines. One is the petrol. That is the more powerful one, 254 bhp and 400 Nm of torque. The 220D makes 194 bhp and 440 Nm of torque. Both engines now get a mild hybrid system, and we've reviewed the GLC, so you can head to our YouTube channel after you're done watching this and check out the GLC review. On the inside, it gets a really nice interior, completely revamped, very similar to the C-Class, very nice materials used. It's a really impressive car. The outsides, the styling has changed. The insides, the whole interior concept has changed. It also rides and drives much better than before. And it's a really impressive package, but it has gotten more expensive. It rivals the likes of the BMW X3, the Audi Q5, and the Volvo XC60. All of them lie between 60 and 70 lakhs. So this sits at a premium compared to those cars, but it also is the newest and offers a fair amount of luxury. That's it for the news of the week this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Aatish Mishra signing off. I'll see you back again next week.